I had no choice. I just had to try it out. But to try it out, it also means that you kind of have to trust and you have to believe in it. So my story started in 2019, where I had this big crash on my motorcycle and my head just crashed the windshield of this big truck. And that was a big impact on my head. So my brain somehow compressed, and the connections from my brain to my head bone was not longer attached to each other. So I was disabled from that point and had like a couple of months in a hospital. Was in coma and everything, almost a week, and had to learn everything new again from ground up. So seeing, talking, everything. But it came from alone, so it just was time to recover. The thing was that this whole story just caused a lot of stress inside me. And I was very unhappy. I was depressed for a long period of time. And I had that voice in my head was telling me very bad things. Or I couldn't even understand faces of others. So I couldn't read emotions. And I couldn't understand if you like me or if you judge me, or I don't know, how you look at me. I couldn't understand it for a long time. And that just caused big stress. And how Dr. Joe tells us, no organism on that world can survive a big amount of stress for a long period of time. So pretty much 1 year after the accident, the doctor found this big tumor in my knee and in my bone. It was bone cancer, stage 3. And I had to make a long chemo, almost a year. And this big surgery, and it was like very strong chemo therapist thing, and it was kind of affecting me. So it was more stress, it was more fear. They didn't even know if they cut my leg off or just cut all of that out. So shortly before that surgery, I had to go to that psycho hospital where I got really crazy. And they put me in that straitjacket, and I saw demons, and I thought I will die, and they want to kill me. Somehow I survived that too. And the chemo went over, I had that surgery. And I was kind of happy, calm guy, but I didn't heal, because I believe the doctor can deal with your symptoms, but healing is your own business. Something like a year, and the doctor just told me the cancer come back, and I have more metastasis in my lungs, so it spread. It was more cancer, more chemo, and a higher risk to fall back to cancer again, about 70% or so. So what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe it's time to change. That was the time when I found Dr. Joe's work. And I only had the book Becoming Supernatural. And I read it frequently, and I read it a lot of times, and I remember it was chapter 6 or so. And I still thought, that cannot be possible. He's lying to me. He just wants my money or so. So I had that big doubt in me. But I had no choice. I just had to try it out. But to try it out, it also means that you kind of have to trust, and you have to believe in it. And so I did. I mean, I only had the book, and I didn't want to purchase some meditations or so. I just had the book, and I did that meditation in chapter 3 over and over again. I really got crazy. I just was sitting there with a Spotify meditation music playlist, trying out what's standing in that book for hours and hours, and somehow I just got that effect that I just was happy. And I met that guy who recommended me the book, and he told me stories about the quantum field and his experiences, and I was like, what's the quantum field? And I tried it out and never stopped. I don't know how often I did it a day, maybe hours. was not about that. It was just about the progress, and that I maybe can get to that point. And I got happy and more happy and more free. And I truly just experienced how I felt in the past and how I feel now and how I want to feel in the future. So after the surgery, I had this big amount of phantom pain because they removed quite a lot from my knee. And no, I still don't have a knee or so I should have phantom pain, but it's gone. I just freed myself from it, and I don't have any pain anymore, like completely now. I can work out in the gym with my legs, and it's good. And I can walk. Maybe I cannot run that sexy, but I'm working on that, and it's getting better and better every time I come here. And yeah, I'm just so happy. That voice in my head disappeared, and maybe I still have a voice, but it's kind. I didn't have a point where I just knew I was healed, but it just came to me. And now I'm cancer free since 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know. I don't count that, but I'm healed. I know that. I'm just blessed, and I love my past, because I think when you don't love your past, and if you maybe want to change something about it, you still want to change something about yourself, and you somehow don't love yourself. It just changed, and maybe that's truly the best thing what could ever happen to me.